All right, give yourself a hand for showing up and being here. Okay, I want to welcome everybody to the 15th annual Independent FreeZone Convention. We're coming in live on some of our speakers. Some of our speakers do not want to be videotaped live. That's fine. We will do that. So those in the internet watching, there's people watching right now. Well, that's the way it is. Sorry about that. I wish we could take both days, but okay, I'll be your MC. And what I want to do right off the bat is give an acknowledgement to one of our speakers who ascended this year, John Ralphielli, and give him a big hand. We're going to have a moment of silence, but we don't need all that sadness, right? No. We're
Yeah, I know.
She's here. All right. Cool. Ralphielli gave us a lot of good talks here, a lot of laughs. He's a very funny and intelligent guy, and he wrote some books, and so he left us his legacy, and we appreciate it. Okay, and being here, and we wish him well in his ascension, either next time around here on Earth or wherever he goes. So I give him another hand.
Well, my question is, who's going to audit him next time? Who wants that responsibility?
Okay. Let me go answer that. Okay, we have an exciting lineup. We even have some people, like I said, from Europe going to. Who's going to introduce them? Will you introduce them, who they are, and all that stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, not yet. We'll probably not.
We'll do it.
Introduce yourself. All right, so those on the internet, we are here live from the Silver Legacy at the Hotel Casino in Reno, Nevada. And so let's get the first speakers up.
Yes. Coming out of non-existence in the free zone. It was an intention of mine to do this, and lo and behold, someone calls me up and says, "Can I do an interview?" I didn't call you up, right, to do the interview? No. I postulated, I intended it, and that's what I'm going to get you guys to do more. Now, you notice Leslie's up here doing this tone scale. Read the book, show the book on it that you use. How to Choose Your People on a Tone Scale by Ruth Mitchell. How many people read that book?
Excellent book.
Right. I didn't want to bring a Church Scientology book in here because they might say, "Hey, you're using our stuff." You know? They might want some money or something. But
We banned all the books.
Yeah, so I'd like to know what maybe Convention's still running.
not that I know of.
I think she's in her 60s or 70s when she wrote it.
Okay, all right. Not that I know of. The question was, is Ruth Mitchell still around? I don't know. So could you hold your questions till the end of this thing? Because if I go too fast, let me know. I tend to go very fast on stuff, and let me know if I'm going too fast or able to catch up. Cease conversations and stuff like that, and shut off your cell phones because you're going to do some processing. We're going to do some processing. Girls, please. Thank you. There's been some complaints that people have been talking and they can't hear the speaker and this morning. So please, have some courtesy of your neighbors because this is a one-time thing this year. Until next year. All right. What else? What else am I going to tell you here? Look at my notes. Where is postulates on the tone scale?
We up there.
It's not in front of this book, but I think it's 22. I think it's up here, or 30, 20, what is it? Do you know more about it? I think it's 22, is it? 22. 22.
22.
All right. Okay, so we have boredom at 2.5. I hope nobody's bored here. I'm going to try to get you out of boredom if you are. Anybody at 22? Tone level? Very good. That's when your postulates stick. Is your postulates going to stick if you're down in debt or apathy?
Probably want to die.
Your postulate did stick because you're dying if you wanted to die. You got me on that one. Well, you can say that about anywhere on the tone scale. You can say, well, my postulate's stuck because I wanted to be bored and I'm bored. Yeah, but I'm talking about causatively, knowingly. See? I talked to a guy who wanted to die once, and you don't know why. You don't know why he wanted to die. But he did. He was sitting there waiting to die. I'm talking about knowingly, being causative. Okay, and that's where we're going to get you up today. And if somebody wins a $2 million jackpot, 10%.
You got it.
Okay. Now another reason why, one reason why, like repeat, why your postulates don't stick, because you might be down here, right? You don't want to do that. Another reason why your postulates don't stick is because there are other dynamics. There are other people playing the game we're playing, and the game we're playing is called the game of life. We have a body, we have a job, we have responsibilities, we may not have children, playing the game of life, right? But as psychologists, we have an edge on that because we have tools. Tools to get higher up on the tone scale, which I'm going to show you today. All right. Now, but there are other dynamics that are counter-intending you, right? Say you want to win a $2 million jackpot here at the casino. Where's the counter-intention coming from? The casino, right. They rig these things, right? You know, so they get money to pay for all this stuff, and to pay for the pretty cocktail waitresses and the beer to give you, or whatever. All right, so they have a counter-intention. Now, the people you know may have a counter-intention. Are you making a lot of money?
Yeah, low toners do.
Low toners do, right? Why? Because they can't have.
Right.
See, and they run their can't have on you. That's basically what suppressor does, right? It runs can't have on you. All right, so if you say you're going to Reno or Las Vegas to make a lot of money, then that person cannot confront going to Reno or Las Vegas to gamble or whatever. They're going to have a counterpostulate on you. Very little do I tell, very few times do I tell my plans to people. Don't tell uptone, exciting plans to anybody below 2.5, or anybody below conservatism, actually. Even a conservative guy may have a little, that's a little bit too out, a little bit too exciting, you know, don't do that. You know.
Well, LRH says that conservatism is down. I just heard a tape on the way here. He says it's between apathy, it's on a
We're going by this book.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So.
And fear.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, so watch it when people, you're telling people your postulates or your goals, and, you know, it's like they might have a counter-intention on it. And that rides in the physical universe too, doesn't it? that rise in the time continuum of now. So that's another thing you got to watch for. Tell them people, don't tell them you're great, exciting postulates, because it might have a counter intention on you. Also, people, it could be very insidious, very hidden. You know, like the casinos, they say, come and gamble. They don't want you to. You notice when they, another thing that stops you from going here, winning and postulating, is like, what's the first thing you do? You sit down and you do these machines, right? And after a while, a little cocktail waitress comes over. Says, you want a drink? Right? She bends over purposely. Show her stuff, you want a drink? What does that do? That distracts you? Well, it distracts me, I'll tell you that. And then she goes, here's a drink. All right, you take the drink. Well, alcohol is a somatic shutoff. It's a perception shutoff. So your perception now is shut off from spotting, knowing and spotting the correct machine is going to make that money. Don't take so many, all right? Get distracted, I don't ask you that. This is the paper's a photographer, right? Okay, so here we go. You got that, right?
Yeah.
Drinking, gambling, don't mix. Now there's this great datum of LRH, and he has a datum of and tell me if I'm quoting this wrong. I always go to this gun over here because he's well trained. Tell me if I'm saying this wrong. Something about the physical universe surrenders to the spirit of play. Did I say that right? Why? Is it because you might be up here? But why does the physical universe surrender to the spirit of play? Could it be that we might have something to do with the physical universe? That we might be co-creating? Everybody here is co-creating. All the humans, all the bugs, my dog, or Rango. That's a good name for about a dog, isn't it? Rango?
Could you say it again, Rango?
Rango. We're all co-creating, being here, creating this existence, creating this reality, creating the physical universe as it moves along, changes in time. So we have an influence on it because it's part of us, like our bodies. We have an influence on the body, correct? So can we go influence the machine? Say yes. You can influence the machine a lot better if you're up here, because that's where your theta is locked up, and you're actually naturally tone 40. What's tone 40? Serenity of beingness, right? That's where you should be, but you don't have to be there to influence the machine or get blackjack. There is such thing as luck. Very luck, like a guy hits a big lotto, $300 million lotto, 8th grade educated over at the Ozarks or something. Luck. There is such thing as luck. But if you're up here and you are on your goal and purpose line, this is another tip. If you're on your personal goals, you know your personal goals this lifetime, and you're on it, and you're doing it, and you're having it, don't things go your way? Yeah.
Usually.
So wouldn't you be up tone?
Yeah.
And you can guess that you're going to be a lot luckier than most. Things are going to go your way, and people are going to go, wow, man, that's a lucky person. Everything just happens for them. So being is another tip. So you got to be. We left paper for you if you want to write this stuff down. If you want to be lucky, there's actually books you can get on this stuff. It's like, what makes a person, like this one guy wrote a book on all the traits that a lucky person has. He didn't know why they're lucky. We do. But they're lucky. And we're going to become lucky today, right?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Well, we've got a couple of people on board here.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Ray, real quick, Thomas Jefferson said, I'm a great believer in luck, and I find that the harder I work, the more luck I have.
Yeah, I found just the opposite. Just the opposite, because work means effort.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
What are you doing with effort?
This that play today.
Yeah. You know, it's like a lot of efforty, you know. Where is, you know, then I started looking at, where's this exchange stuff coming in? This exchange. You know, if everybody here thought a picture of a cat, right? Think a picture of a cat. Where's your exchange? You created a cat, where's your exchange?
Yeah, but it also depends.
Anyway, let me finish.
Depends on you.
Let me finish. Okay, so the thing is, you're creators. You are creators, you can create endlessly. No limits in your creation. When you look at exchanges, you're looking at dynamic 4 and below. I'm talking to you as a dynamic 8 person right now. Yeah, God, you want to create, you want to manifest, isn't that godlike? Isn't that dynamic 8? No limits. God dynamic 8. If you can't have that, you know, your manifestations ain't going to manifest. You got to be able to have, being able to manifest and create. You can be uptone as anything, but if you can't have it. So, LR8's already thought about this. He's got a process for you to run. And you want to run that process?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
All right. Okay, he has two main processes. Now, what I want you to do is co-audit this thing. All right, so find somebody you want to co-audit with. That's okay, you don't have to. Yeah, this is a great experiment here. This is a lot of fun. Come on. A lot of fun. This is going to raise your happiness. Raise your tone level. If you're enthusiasm, you're going to go off the top. Now, as soon as it gets flat, you think, hey, I got it. Just raise your hand. Majority have it. We're going to go on to the next one. You pokies are going to have to finish it up later. No. I'll give you the command. So who's going to be the auditor this time? All right. All right. Very good. Okay. So the PC, brief there, or whatever you are, the guy's going to get the session, says to the auditor, with certainty, I could have money. Go ahead. Say that to your auditor. I could have money. I could have money. Have money. Yeah, you say it to the other. No, you keep saying it over and over again until you hit an EP. Until you hit an phenomenal of feeling great about it. Where you really feel like you can have money.
You want some of my money? Because I have so much money. Yeah.
And when you're done, you can switch. If it's flat, you can switch. Have the other guy say it to you.
I can have money, but I have to preface it. I can have money, but I have to preface it. I can have money only if I can be doing what I want to do with my money. Yeah, I can have money if I'm not creating with money, then yeah, if I'm not creating with money, I can't have money. I don't know what that's all about. I don't want it. I want to have it. I know I do. So, I mean, I don't Okay, well, before I left here, I decided I was and I decided, well, maybe I shouldn't I spent so much money that I decided that, you know.
Okay, make sure you switch. Let the other guy have a
But I
chance.
said, what the hell, I'm gonna buy this $20 lottery ticket, and we'll see if, I made that to be the.
Okay, when you're done, you raise your hand, let me know if you're done with that one. Very good. Those that are done, now give this. Now say this. This girl's having a lot of fun over here. All right, so if you're done, give the next command.
I'm blowing short.
Sure I got it right? I can communicate. Oh, wait a minute. You said I could have money, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay, now I'll say, I can have money, and then you follow it up, I cannot have money.
So do you do them both at the?
Yeah.
One, two, one, two.
1, 2, 1, 2, back and forth. Yeah. Say, I can have money to your auditor, right? And then tell him, I cannot have money.
Like I said, have money or not.
Well, the auditor is just supposed to listen and acknowledge. If you got that, I could have money flat, say I cannot have money. Yeah, say I can have money, I cannot have money to your auditor. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that one. Make sure you switch it over to the other guy, being able to say that. Did you already hit an EP on it? You already hit an endpoint on it? Okay. If you're flat on money, then raise your hand if you're flat on money. Okay. Those that you're flat on money, say I can have communication, I cannot have communication. Back and forth. I can have communication, I cannot have communication. I can have communication, I cannot have communication.
Why can't I have a perfect 2D who has money? No, why can't I? Why can't I have someone that can match my having this money? And I'm gonna charge on that. I don't know, I haven't tried it. It's like pulling low toters. There's one money for me. So I've never tried it.
Okay, that's it. That's it. Everybody has pension up here. That's it. You guys can flatten it out later. You know, at least you know how to do it. Write down the commands. And you can flatten out the process later. So, because we got to move on. And that's an LA's process, by the way. It's fantastic. I ran it myself. I ran it on people, and it really helps your happiness come up on money and communication. Because he says if the person who is stopping communication, you're stopping your money flows. because money flows on communication line. If you're not having too much money, then your comm lines are off, because you're stopping money coming in. That's why, marketing, you want to flow, do a lot of mail outs and communication to get the flow in. See? But money flows on communication lines. And if you have a stop on communication, you're stopping your money flows. Period. How many here have a business they're working on? Yeah, most of you guys are business people. All my clients, most of my clients are business people. They got a business going on. They rely on a good flow from their clients. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to say is that you talk to a new ager, they say we're energy. Well, you're not energy, you know that. You are creators of energy, right? Now, when you put out an intention to have money, or intention to talk to somebody, or somebody call you, that's an energy flow out, an energy wave, isn't it? These scientists hook people up and they can measure brain waves and theta waves and different types of waves. We put out an energy flow, particle flow to someone or something to manifest. If you want to manifest a car or whatever you want to manifest. What rides along that energy flow? Postulate. Now, if your energy flow is a little dim, or if you're withdrawing it, or I can't have that bright, shiny car, are you going to have it? No, you're not going to get it. There's a good OT process that very few people do these days, and church doesn't do it anymore, and that's the OT, the original OT 7. You rehabilitate the power of intention. They don't do it anymore in church. They took it all away. No questions, please. At the end, okay? This stops my flow here. I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I'm going somewhere with this, all right? See what happens.
Power of intention.
Power of intention. That gives you a manifestation. When you put the power of intention out with the postulate, it should manifest, right?
Yes.
As long as you don't have a can't have on it. So the other process I recommend you get, besides the original 7, is the happiness rundown. Raise your happiness up. If you're not manifesting as much as you think you should, and you could do that. Get your auditor to do that. Okay, or you can come to my place and do it. Energy postulates. Let's move on. How do you handle counter postulates or counter intentions? Anybody know how to do that? What is tone 40?
No counter-intention.
That's the way you handle it. Tone 40. No counter intention in your universe to manifest that. To bring that to your life, whatever you want to manifest. If it's a 2D, brand new car, your OT levels. Intention without reservation. I'll read it to you. The positive postulate with no counter thought, expected, anticipated, or anything else. That's it. Total control. We're talking about good control here, right? Bad control. The example of bad control. I tell this girl, do not take any more pictures. Bad control. But if I kindly say it with ARC, you know what ARC is. She doesn't take it. Good control, right? Okay. Good control, tone 40. Also, there's nothing you can do to manifest. If you're not manifesting, is, yeah, go to your auditor and have them make out a program for that to help you get rid of your old mental blocks about it. You know, a lot of people, I do how to find a soulmate course. You know, it's for Scientologists, is how to find the correct 2D. And they come to me and they sit there and they say, well, I can get some dates, or I'll get some people to take me out on a date or go to bed with or whatever. But I want to find my correct 2D. Okay, let's give you a session. No, just give me the methods. I don't got time, I gotta go. Well, the thing is, if the person didn't have a mental block about it, wouldn't they already have the correct 2D with them? Come on, logic here, a little help. And that's one of the things you gotta do. See, that's what we do with soulmate course. You know, we do more sessions. Well, you do that with your manifestations too. You can do that. You can find out what's blocking you from manifesting. All right. All right. Well, this is a simple data. The more processing you get, the easier it is to do processing and do this stuff. I'm not going to bore you with that. How many people know what the law of infinity is? The law of infinity.
Infinity?
Yeah.
Infinity. Affinity, excuse me. Like affinity, communication, responsibility. Affinity, sorry. Mispronounce that. Pardon? The law, yeah, the law of that is that people, even the Miss Universe follows the same law. You know, like there's almost I don't know how big, but hundreds of miles of plastic floating in the ocean, and all this plastic like finds itself. There's islands of plastic that find themselves. You know, it's like oil. You know, or you release your dog escapes your yard, he's going to go find other dogs, right? Or we find each other. That's the law. See, I mean, we have this sort of affinity, and we sort of like tend to be attracted to one another because of that. All right, if you have a disrespect or a dislike of the subject of money or cars, how are you going to manifest it? See, you want more money? How many people here want more money? Come on,
Sure.
Let's be honest. Yeah, all right. How are you going to manifest it if you think the root of all evil is money? Right? You're not. Maybe that's why most Christians are poor. Huh? They're not. If you dislike L. Ron Hubbard, are you going to get any sessions or read his book? No. There are some class 8s that should be here. They have misunderstood what we're all about. They dislike us. They're not here. Class 8s that are here like us. Right? You like us, don't you? Yes. All right. Here's a good one for you. I found that when people try to manifest or postulate things, your tone is going to dictate what kind of manifestation is going to appear. Right? So say a guy wants a car, he wants a new car. He's all downtown. He usually winds up with a broken car or a car that's a limit, even if it's a brand new car. It keeps breaking on you. You ever notice that uptone people, machines just work for them? I don't know if you noticed that or not. Things just work. You know, had someone bring in a machine one time. You can get it to work, and I got it and looked at it, put it on the counter, turned it on, and it worked fine. Sphere of influence. Then down the sphere of influence. If you're uptone, your machines are going to work better. You're going to hit the jackpot downstairs or upstairs. We're downstairs, upstairs. Blackjack, 20 wants it to come up more. The other thing too, the other magic, I'm just not, up here theorizing. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can't. 6. I lost count how many cars I've postulated into existence. Didn't pay a penny for it. Miles paid off. Things just happen if you're uptone. And if you use these things I'm talking about. Not just me, you can probably do a lot more better than I can. Some of you are in an economic and social position to manifest a lot more. Okay, so your tone is going to make a difference of what kind of manifestation you're going to have, the quality of manifestation. How many here had a lemon car? I know I had one. Lemon car. Lemon car, that means a car that just breaks down no matter what you do or no matter what you do. I put $10,000 in this Cadillac and it just kept breaking down until I found out the counterpostulate and I got rid of it. Okay, so write down your questions because we're gonna want to hear from you. All right, level. Let me see. Okay. The way I look at this tone level is sort of like it's part of your software, and the physical universe is the hardware. See? Now, say you want a brand new car. You want a brand new car. The dealership wants you to have a brand new car, right? The guy selling you the car wants you to have a brand new car. Would you like a brand new car?
Sure.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I got one. We got one last year. When did we get one? Last year, right? Brand new. Did I pay for it? No. I was trying to, before I got interrupted, I was trying to say that the first 4 dynamics have to do with exchanges. That's why you find yourself working real hard to buy that brand new car. 7th, 8th dynamic have to do with the postulates, or even above that, your sphere of influence as a thing, as a being. Just influence these things into existence. You can do that. If I can do it, you can do it. But what did the old story about if you guys believe in Jesus Christ or not? But one of the things he says is, "What I can do, you can do." Didn't he say that? That's my teachings as a Catholic, growing up as a Catholic. I was in Scientology too, but don't forgive me on that one. You see that? In fact, any Buddha, any powerful being, and I'm not saying I'm Jesus or Buddha or anything like that, I'm saying you are. And you can manifest. All you gotta do is get rid of your case and stay uptone. Raise your happiness. Sounds very simple, doesn't it? Simplest things are most powerful, I heard. It's getting quiet in here. Am I scaring you?
We're interested.
See, it's all have to do with happiness. You see, it's like, can you have that? Can you have that much power? See? You know what society does to people who have a lot of power? What do they do?
Tax them.
Crucify them, string them up. You look at anybody, and this is how you got to keep this a secret. See, because anybody who's trying to help humans, you think about Gandhi, AFK, whatever he did, Jesus, Buddha. You know what happens to them. So watch your parlor tricks. Don't be showing off. And the code of honor is big on this one. Code of honor. You guys know the code of honor, right? You know, and right. So I tell you my secrets, but you know, I know we're on the internet, but keep it secret. Okay, how do you stay uptown? Through processing? Yeah. Not going PTS, not going to, you know, staying with the old crowd that you usually go back to and maybe get you back into drinking a lot or drugs or something like that. Or fighting against the government or whatever. If you do these things, you can manifest quite easily. The meantime, I think I got another process coming up here. Okay, this is a doing this thing. And this helps. If you list the things, and we all got paper, pencil, right? And you don't gotta like do 3 or 4 pages of this, you can take it home for homework, but just do 3 or 4 things. List 3 or 4 things that really make you go uptown. So, 2 or 3 things that you like doing, being, having, that bring you home. I love it. Just a couple of things. If it's eating pizza or having sex with your private partner. I'm just trying to put a smile on your face. Get you up tone a little bit. We're not Christians here, so we don't go down tone and talk about that stuff. Okay, now list the things you really want to attain or have. So just list a couple of things you really want to attain and have. But just keeps, you know, you can't get it. It's just right, it's right there. But you just haven't attained it yet, but you really want it. Trip to Tahiti. Sex with your best partner. I'm pushing buttons here, right? All right. I'm making myself laugh, actually. As I work on, okay, so the next thing you want to do is you take this stuff home, right? And you work on listing the obstacles. Well, you can list a couple of obstacles now. What are your 2 obstacles that stop you from getting what you really want? Okay, it could be your ex-husband or ex-wife. Or casino. All right, y'all done that? All right. So see, you can work on this. If you work on this to a full list, this stuff starts disappearing. You start finding ways around these obstacles. Okay, next thing you write down, for homework, write down what you want to achieve in the next 5 years. You're going to be in the next 5 years, besides coming to one of these conventions. Besides coming to my birthday party, Halloween party, Christmas party. And then write down, you done that real briefly? And then write down what do you want, where do you want to be or do or have in the next 10 years? See? What do you want to be doing the next 10 years? So if you're 35, by the time you're 45, where do you want to be? What do you want to do? Besides a multi-millionaire, and having sex with your best partner. Yeah. Why not? You're a millionaire. I mean, more the merrier. I like that attitude. Okay, where do you want to be in the next 20 years? 20 years from now, Rey Robles is still going to be doing conventions.
I just want to be not in the ground.
Why not? You want to be in the next planet, the next get together. Okay, those things I found help a lot. Usually I do a 2-day thing on this kind of stuff. What if I do it with a group of people? I do a whole day on this stuff like this. A whole day. At the end, the people are like boom, boom, boom. And on the next day, on Sunday, I'm giving them sessions to get rid of their mental blocks on manifesting. Good, I only got an hour here. So I'm giving it to you real fast, and hopefully you get something out of it. Now, could you do me a favor? If you do manifest, $2 million jackpot.
Yes.
Have sex with your best partner. Forget about it. Let me know about the sex thing. But
It's supposed to be our list, not yours, right?
let me know about the, what's that?
It's supposed to be our list, not yours.
Great.
Let me know if you make it 2 million. That's all I'm saying. I didn't hear what you said there. So. Maybe I was blocking it. Okay, so you have a list where you want to be 5, 10 years from now, or 20 years from now, and then you have to go home and sit down and really draw out a plan on how you're going to get there. So you don't have time for you to do it right here and now, but you can do it when you get home or when you have some time. How are you going to get to where you want to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years? And then you work your plan. That make sense? Because if you don't do this, you're not cause. You're cause over somebody else's plan. You don't think the casino is projecting 5, 10, 20 years? Betcha. They went for us putting coins in these slot machines and all these little tags, you know, it's like, and then they got cartoons instead of like, you know, what they used to have cherries and apples or something. Now they make it all cartoony now, you know, like it's not real money. You know what you're doing. You should know what you're doing. 5, 10, 20 years from now. See? And you won't unless you write it out and you make a little plan and you start working your plan. So this is called discipline. This is called ethics, discipline. Because you're going to be working on somebody else's plan. Casino's plan. Your mother-in-law's plan. You don't think your mother-in-law has a plan for you? Yeah, she's got a plan for you. Is there any mother-in-laws here? There's got to be at least one. There's mother-in-law back there. Mama, yeah, they got plans. You got plans, don't you? Yeah, she tells me. Yeah. Does your wife or your husband got plans? Yeah, he's got plans about that boat or something. And you might have some plans. Well, work together on these plans. Let each other know what the plans are so you can help each other out, co-create. But don't tell her about the boat. Wives don't like boats. You know, it's a black hole, you know. So. And it is. Any money you put in a boat's gone. I know I had a couple. Once in a while I mention boats to my wife to kind of tease her. Lately it's another dog, you know. It's kind of, no, not another dog, no. I just love her. Okay. All right. Okay, now, then again, if you have problems with this process I just gave you, you can always go to your auditor or somebody. Okay, now, I think this is one of the most important parts. I think. Right. Oh, there it is. Well, here's some of the things you don't do if you want to manifest. You don't attack it. You don't attack anybody. You lose your release states. Physically, mentally, spiritually. Stay in ARC. As soon as you do start attacking people, you go down tone. You drop down tone. As soon as you start nattering, fault finding, down tone, you're not going to manifest too well. Stay happy. Stay up tone in your environment. And the bad environment in this town is 4th Street. Don't go down 4th Street. Hang out with positive friends. Anybody have some negative friends here? People who just drag you down? Yeah, see, that's going to stop you. Why? Because they're running the can't have on you. They can't have your happiness. One time I was walking down the street here, right in Reno, with my younger brother and his wife, and we were happily talking and laughing because we're in Reno, we're going to go gamble, we're going to have fun. And there was a guy across the street. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? Come on, I want to fight. You can have it. You can have us being up tone and having a good time. Right. So, you can't have these guys around you. They're inflated beings. They're just down-tone guys, and they're just going to drag you down. And if you do manifest a brand new car, they're going to find something wrong with it. Oh, now you got to pay taxes. Oh, now, there's higher taxes in those cars every year. You got to pay. Right, Leslie? You got to pay higher taxes on a brand new car.
And higher insurance.
And higher insurance. See, they'll tell you all this negative stuff, and you go, well, I can't enjoy my brand new car now.
That's why I bought a used one. I postulated the day I got it, and it was the only one on the lot. I walked in, and there it was, sitting there made ready.
There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about.
It. I didn't want a new one. I wanted a used one.
You got to stay in ARC with your dynamics. And another thing you should do is write down all the things you do have and acknowledge it. This is called being grateful. Grateful with what you got. I do a lot of marriage counseling. And one of the things, it's like I'm sitting there in front of this couple and they're not even acknowledging or grateful of each other. This guy goes up, goes to work every day, still supportive, supports the kids. No one has given him an acknowledgement of that. He risked his life out there. His kids always have shoes and a meal. Give the guy a little acknowledgement. Jesus. Same with the ladies at home. They don't get enough acknowledgement. You ladies, you get enough acknowledgement of what you do? Probably not. No. Every time I get up from dinner, have a good meal, my wife made. What do I say, Leslie? Do you hear that?
No, I didn't.
She says, I say thank you for making that meal. I acknowledge her for what she just did. Okay? So we got to acknowledge each other. I don't care what it is. If it's positive, of course. Okay, this brings your happiness up too. If you write down all the stuff that you do have, right? I have this, I have that, I have. Oh boy, I'm grateful for this. This opens you up for more things because you just didn't acknowledge how much you're creative you are. So. All right. How many know the Way to Happiness booklet? How many practice it? That's good. That's good. All right. That's another thing to go by to help you manifest. Now, there was I did what LRH did, this guy who was a, what do you call his, what do you call that guy who takes care of, like, he would put up, he'd do LRH's laundry, he would cook for LRH. His valet, his personal valet. I met him when I was down at AO working as a review auditor. And he goes, yeah, sometimes I would wake up and 3 or 4 in the morning and I have to make his breakfast. He goes, but what I noticed that we would go to a port and he would go to the library and he'll make me carry back a stack of books. And in a few days he would say, take the books back. In other words, he would do a lot of research on what he's going to talk about in his lectures. You notice that his lecture, he just talks, it's come out of his head, he knows what he's talking about, and he does. So what I did, I said, okay, I'm gonna find out, I'm gonna do that. So I went and bought, I'll tell my wife, over $100 worth of books. She's back there, she might be listening. And these books were about lucky. What makes a person lucky? What's the difference between me and him, or you and him? How come he's more lucky than you are? Stuff like that. And so I looked at these books, and I read them, and I looked at them, and checked them out. I found various things, and that are all ethical and psychological in nature. And of course, I threw out the ones that weren't, and I listed some things here that makes a person lucky. You all want to be lucky, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah. You guys all sober today. Be sober tomorrow too after the party. Okay, people who can manifest easily have some of these traits. So I found the traits. And see, we not only can develop these traits, we could like process them, the negative traits we have, right? Because just like the girl didn't have the right 2D, she's got to like handle her stuff so she can manifest one. Okay, so we want positive traits. These are the positive traits. People who are lucky and who can manifest are happy. Why are they happy? What makes happiness? What's the definition of happiness?
Overcoming of not a noble loss goes towards a noble.
Right, that's correct. That's correct. Totally correct. But if you're overcoming your obstacles toward your known goals, I'm paraphrasing. If you're overcoming your obstacles toward your known goals, you're happy. Happiness doesn't come from the sky or from a tree or from your lover. Right? It comes from within you, because you're overcoming. You're reaching your goals. See? My goals here, I'm reaching them. Makes me happy. All right, so people who manifest, people who are lucky, are happy people. Why? Because they're involved in life. They're plugged in. They're plugged into the game of life. Maybe they know their purpose in life here in this lifetime, and they're working on it. And that's what's going to make you happy. See, it's going to key out the bank, right? They're grateful in what they have. People who can manifest easy or lucky are grateful for what they have. They are compassionate and loving people. They care. They care about you. They don't even know you, but they care about you. They care about everybody. They just care. They're caring people. And how do you care about people? Well, you're interested in them. You're in interest. Oh, we're talking about the tone scale again. If you remain interested in life, in people, in what you're doing, you're going to stay uptown. This is not a tool. Circumvent your bank. Your case is saying, I can't have that new car, or I can't have that 2D. See? But how do you, besides getting sessions, Troy or me or somebody else, this is how you can circumvent your case. For meantime, just say, okay, I'm going to be interested. Stay interested in people, stay interested in what I'm doing, find out what my purpose here is, and get going on it. This will make you happy. A lot happier than you are right now if you're not there. And the people who are lucky, they praise and acknowledge other people. And they tend to be people of goodwill. And now you're talking about the Way to Happiness booklet, right? It talks about people of goodwill. Should honor them. They tend to be, people who are lucky tend to be, I'm not pronouncing this right. Serendipity? Things just work out for them. They're in the right place, right time. Now, if you find yourself not in the right place at the right time, not in the right situation, dodging bullets, dodging stuff, you're off your purpose line. Oh, you're so off. You're so off, it's hurting. You're not supposed to be there. You are not supposed to be doing or being or having what you're doing if you're dodging bullets. That's how you can tell. Well, I dodged 3 bullets today. You're off. That's why I don't hang out on 4th Street. Another thing they do, these people who are really lucky, they respect themselves, right? They don't drink too much, they don't harm their bodies. They respect others. They're not judgmental. Judgmental. That's a big one. Because in this society, we're kind of trained to be critical. You go, well, casino. There's just people like you and I, they're trying to work, they're trying to do their job. Yeah, they screwed up. We're on planet Earth. I have to remind people about that a lot. You're on planet Earth, It's just, deal with it. There are people who are lucky, their activities and positiveness, they don't harm others. It affects others positively. Their sphere of influence is big. I'm not saying you guys should be Jesus-like. Almost sounds like it, though, and yeah, you're gonna have to be Jesus-like a little bit. Not judgmental, kind, nice, uptone. Terrible, huh? I'm not saying don't have fun. They're usually in the right place at the right time. They're following their dreams. They tend to be generous, giving people. They tend to be generous, giving people. They're not running can't-haves on people. If you need an extra $1, I got one. That's kind of thing. Oh, you didn't bring a checkbook? We'll just send us the money. Don't worry about it. I believe a person's as good as their word. The guy's going to send me a check. We'll send it. If not, zero over it. Heaven help me. There's nothing I'm going to do. There's no poshlets, counter poshlets, or evil thing I'm going to do about it. It's their own stuff they're going to do about it. We judge ourselves, don't we? And we punish ourselves. Of course, I just let it happen. If the guy does me harm, I just let it happen. He needs to punish himself. All right. They are co-creators. People who are lucky are co-creators. They are givers more than takers. They give more. Hence, more comes to them. In a lot of different ways, sometimes from left field. All right. They also work on their skills, whatever skills they got. If they're a musician, if they're they tend to have a tremendous amount of skill, no matter what profession they're in. Nursing, electrician, or whatever they're doing, they seem to be pretty skillful. So up your skills. If you're a good IT guy, get a better IT guy. This helps you manifest, believe it or not. Because it raises your confidence and your happiness. It raises your confidence of what you're doing and what you're doing, what you are. Okay? And this helps keep you up tone and manifestations. Also, the people who are quite lucky, they have a high degree of consciousness, intuition, and their ethics are pretty high. I'm generally speaking. This is what I found out from 4 books. Was it 4 or 5? 4 books I got on what constitutes a lucky person. See? We're even luckier because we got LRH bridge and processing, and we got tools, admin tools, like the admin scale. Okay. One more thing here. Low energy, bad health. Okay, now, if you have low energy and bad health, this course stops you from manifesting very well because your attention is down here, not out there. It can bring you down tone. So you got to stay healthy. You got to stay healthy, and to stay energetic, you got to exercise. I'm just telling you what makes people unlucky. I do not like to exercise, but I do it. Keeps the body in shape. I'll get you laughing, yeah. Okay. Those are the things that make that can help you manifest, circumvent your case until you get some sessions or whatever. Does that help? Does that help? Some feedback. Now you can ask questions now. Oh, wait a minute. One more thing. This is for your CS. Oh, and I have one more ending process to do with you. But first, then we'll take a quick break. For your CS, this is case supervision. Or things you should do. First thing you should do is complete the cycle that you're on, as far as the bridge goes, whatever bridge you're on. Finish that. Get it done. You've been on it too long. I can tell you've been on it too long already. And if can't complete it, debug it. Do the happiness rundown, the original T7, the cause, how to achieve abundance course, and how to find your purpose in life course and processing. If you do that stuff there, if you add that to your CS, or get your auditor to add that to your CS, boy, you'll be manifesting big time. Okay?
Can you read that list again?
Fast.
That was too fast, okay.
Yeah,
Complete the cycle you're on, as far as bridge goes. Happiness rundown. The original OT7, which is the rehabilitation of attention. The cause course, how to achieve abundance. And how you find your purpose in life. Course and processing. What else was I going to do? Questions, and then the last process. You guys have a big meal or something?
Yeah.
Falling asleep on me? Any questions? Somebody had a question here. No? I'm not going to bite you.
Maybe you got it, so there's no.
Oh, maybe you got it. You got it? All right. Well, we'll go on to the last and final process. And then we'll take a quick break. We're going to clear the word infinite. How many know what that word means? Okay, you're going to hear from somebody over here, then Keon, or Dave, who's over here?
Number without bounds.
Without bounds. Yeah, Lover states that when he wrote having the word infinite and onopiate, urge to survive as infinity or the God dynamic, he was talking about, and I heard it in this tape, because I thought he was talking about time being infinite or timeless or something like this. And I finally cleared it up a few years back. And yeah, no limits. Is that where you're going?
Yeah.
Yeah, no limits. Okay. So we're going to do a process here. And you guys all trust me, right?
Yes.
So far. All right. All right.
I once read that no man likes to think he's not at least a little dangerous, so I don't trust you a little bit.
All right. But you trust me enough to stay over here. All right. I'll stay over here. Give you my word. As good as his word. And newspaper people, you guys can do this too. This would be a good thing. All right. So I want you guys to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Pretend, no chanting. No. Ask me questions later. You have your chance. Get the idea. It's just the idea is as simple as that. Get the idea that you have no limits. You, the first dynamic, have no limits. And when you got that idea, just nod your head. Very good. Now get the idea that other people, say in this room, everybody in this room has no limits. What they could do, be, or have. Good, you got that? Good. Now get the idea that your second dynamic, that means your girlfriend or spouse, has no limits. And your family members, they have no limits. All right? Now get the idea that all the second dynamics on the planet, all of the family members have no limits. All of the families have no limits. Very good. Now, get the idea that your third dynamic, your group, either your business or the people you work with, they have no limits. It's your group, and in that group, you have no limits. Very good. Now get the idea that all third dynamics, all groups have no limits. You done that? Good. Now get the idea that your fourth dynamic, mankind on this planet. Man meaning women too, children. They all have no limits. Get the idea that the human race has no limits. What it could do, be, or have. All right. Now get the idea that any and all species, no matter if they're monkeys or giraffes, have no limits as well. Even humans on other planets, if they exist, have no limits. You know they exist. They have no limits either. Now get the idea that all living things, bugs, animals, fish, have no limits. All living things have no limits. I'm going too fast, or you okay? All right? Good. Don't want you to get stuck on any one of these. Get the idea that your sixth dynamic, which is the physical universe that you deal with, has no limits. The physical universe has no limits that you deal with. No limits. boundless. The universe of no limits. All right. Now, get the idea that your seventh dynamic, survival of the spiritual being, and all the spirits in any and all universes have no limits. You, as a spiritual being, have no limits. And all spirits have no limits. You guys get that? Very good. Now get the idea that your eighth dynamic has no limits. Very good. I'll get the idea that everyone here, all their eight dynamics, all the eight dynamics in any universe, has no limits. You got that? Good. I get the idea that you're an infinite. Just nod your head when you're done. Very good. Majority's done. That's it. End of the process. Very good. Let's take a break.